Hello there, Starscream again. I know I've done Ultra Magnus, but this is Titanium Ultra Magnus, which I must admit is quite a nice figure. I won't go into the character at all. I've already bored everybody with it. I'll just talk about the toy. Anybody's lucky enough to find it, which I was, I actually picked this one up in Argos, and I thought I was getting Soundwave, and it comes as Ultra Magnus, so I thought, well, I'm not going to say no to that. So here he is. He's actually quite a good toy. The only thing I can't seem to work out, because I'm too stumped to look at the instructions. I did Masterpiece Starscream without the instructions. I'm not going to do this little titanium chap with them. So, if somebody wants to post how you do it, I for sure as I can't work it out. See, look at the gap there, look. Between there and there. And I would imagine these would pull down, but they don't. If you pull them hard enough, they just come off. So I'm not quite sure why that is. Other than that, it's a good representation of the G1 character. Or figure, I should say. As you can tell, it looks pretty similar, doesn't it? Little white cab there at the front. I'll show you a few other problems with it as I transform it. I mean, it's not riddled with them like that horrible Megatron, but it's got a few. I mean, all Transformers have, and I think out of all of them, this is probably one of the best titanium ones they do. I'll give it a go at transforming it, alright? Very similar to the G1. You could have done the G1 character like this, no problem. It also would have explained away the cab. They've done a brilliant way of getting it so it doesn't separate. Anyway, look, you take this bit here and fold it up. And there's his head. See, how difficult was that? They could have done that with the actual Generation 1. It would have been brilliant. Wouldn't have had to have Optimus Prime's brother all the time then. Anyway, you just fold these around. This is identical transformation to the G1. There's no difference, I don't think. See? Now, one thing I will push these up just like the original one. Don't have to put his hands on because they're already there. There we go. Oh, see, that's another problem. Just like the G1, you know, it explodes. This one just keeps falling apart, his arms, because they only got plastic joints, I'm afraid. And there's a lot of weight on them. I mean, the arms themselves aren't metal, but they are very clumsy, and they do tend to fall off. So then we just do is take his legs here, pull them apart, pull them up, and clip these into place here, and we have Ultra Magnus. Oh, and, yes, don't forget, the obligatory shoulder-mounted rockets, which I'm doing out of camera so nobody can see. Here we go. For some reason they have to both go in upside down. I'm not quite sure why. They don't go up the other way around. Does have a gun, which keeps falling out of his hands all the time. But I put it in to see how long it stays there for. Look. A very nice figure. Another criticism of the toy, I would say, is there's not enough red. I mean, look, that is the only bit of red on him. And his legs are white. Now, that is true to form for the actual character out of the cartoon, but the actual original figure, that was all red. So, I probably would have preferred a bit more red. It doesn't detract from the toy in any way at all. This little bit even flips up. I mean, there's nothing there. Look, it's just got a hole. I suppose he's right in actual fact, because he shouldn't really have the Matrix, should he? Which is a shame, but we find out that, well, it wasn't meant for him. I said quite poseable. His legs, well, that's the only problem. They do tend to come out of joint when you try and move them up. So, I mean, he's quite nice. He's easily the best one. I mean, he looks just like he does out the comic, doesn't he? You can't really argue with that. His head's a little bit disappointing, look. Danny, can you see that? Am I doing that justice? Finger out of the way. Yeah, it's just white. It's not silver in any way. And the detail is, for me, a bit basic. He looks really miserable, actually. Looks like he's just lost a fight, or I don't know, he's been told he's got a couple of days left to live. It's the only problem with that. This is all metal. This plate here, this chest bit round here is metal. And, yeah, I told you it'd come out, didn't I? Stay down there. And I think feet are metal, all around here. Is it just me, or you notice most of the titaniums now are becoming less and less metal on them? They're almost, I don't know, plastics. I don't know if that's how they're doing them now, but they just seem to be having less and less metal on them. In doing so, I mean, their figures are looking brilliant, and I actually think they're better. This is better than the classics Transformers they're bringing out. And they have been exceptionally good as well, some of them. Ones that comes to mind that I've actually just got... Who did I just get? Starscream. Oh no, it's Titanium Starscream, sorry. It's Skywarp Classics I bought. Oh dear, I think I just froze there. It wasn't my fault, that was the PC. Yeah, as I said, a very nice figure. Recommend everybody to look out for this one. There's the only slight discrepancies with the toy, which I can say. Other than that, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and you couldn't get a better toy. Even pivots a bit at the waist. He stands very nicely next to Rodimus Prime Titanium. So if you can get the both of them, I recommend it. Anyway, that's Starscream for another quick review. I'll do some more later, hopefully. But as for me, that's me signing off and saying goodbye.